Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXT The Game, Season 3, Episode 7. This is the first event after the Global Cruiserweight Classic, and we are getting ready here to get straight into NXT tonight. We have a few matches. We have, Tye Dillinger's in the match. We have the 30-man Battle Royal, and we have Bayley and Candice taking on Dana Brooke and Emma. Let's get straight into the action. All right, guys. In a bout that featured solid in-ring action but had non-existent crowd heat, the Hype Bros defeat the leaders of the New School in 8 minutes in the pre-show match when Zack Ryder defeats Zack Sabre Jr. by pinfall with a Hype Rider. Alright, as the NXT show Logan the Opos, the new set entrance begins to blare. The fans look around and around until Mr. WWE shows up on the ramp with the fans just letting him know what they think of him and letting the boos rain on him. Formerly Mr. NXT, now Mr. WWE, makes his way slowly to the ring, adjusting his new match as he slides into the ring and is handed a microphone. Mr. WWE, miss me? He asks as the fan boo. I'll take that as a yes. What happened at NXT Takeover Legacy 2 with Sami Zayn winning the NXT Heavyweight Championship was a fluke. And I'll prove it. Tonight, when I outlast all the other men into the main event to determine the number one contender. The fans boo as Mr. NXT looks around. Mr. WWE, I truly miss that. Thank all of you from the bottom of my heart. Mr. WWE goes to talk again. Mr. WWE goes to talk again, but is cut off. The fans look up as the masked La Sombra shows up on the ramp with a ton of cheers. He also appears to have a microphone in hand. Mr. WWE cuts off La Sombra before he can speak. Mr. WWE, what are you doing here, La Sombra? He asks, talking down to him. La Sombra, straight to the point, true to form, Mr. WWE, in air quotes. What you did at NXT TakeOver Legacy 2, not only giving up your mask, was not only disrespectful to the fans, but it was disrespectful to professional wrestling. The fans cheer. Mr. WWE says, I'm sorry, but La Dandy, is it? He says, making fun of La Sombra. What do you want? You don't even deserve to be in my presence. You open up the card and I finish it. The fans boo. La Sombra, it's funny because it's true, he says, laughing. But be that as it may, Mr. Regal wasn't happy with what you pulled either, nor was he happy with that you decided to take him a month off, I heard. But given that the 30 days have passed officially, looks like you're out of a guaranteed rematch, so I guess you'll have time for me. A look comes across Mr. WWE's face that can only guess to be, oh crap, La Sombra. And be that as it may, Mr. Regal decided to not put you in the main event tonight for the NXT #1 contendership. Give others a chance. The fans are laughing at Mr. WWE. Mr. WWE is now furious. And what are you, his lackey now? He says, pacing around the ring. Mr. La Sombra just looks on. I talked to Mr. Regal today, and I told him I would pass the info along to you. The fact you came to the ring to address the fans that just made what I had to say all that much sweeter. Given that you're not facing Sami Zayn, you're open at NXT TakeOver Shine. I asked Mr. Regal, being old school as he is, if I could fight for wrestling honor, and obliged. What on earth are you talking about, asked Mr. WWE? I apologize. I had to look at my phone for a second. La Sombra just smirks. At TakeOver Shine, it's you and me, Mr. WWE, in a mask versus mask match. To put a mask on the line, it's to be done with honor, the fans cheer. And I'm going to beat the honor into you, Mr. WWE. La Sombra ends walking away, as Mr. WWE has just talked himself into, apparently, a match with La Sombra. All right, Corey Graves, what did we just hear? Mr. WWE returns to NXT and William Regal has to put him in a match with La Sombra, mask versus match at NXT TakeOver Shine? Mr. WWE's title rematch clause expires. I think that's it. Corey Graves, what an oversight by Mr. WWE, and what on earth is going on here in NXT? La Sombra, the masked luchador of NXT, gets a match with the former NXT Heavyweight Champion of the world and is putting his mask on the line, his heritage, to defend professional wrestling's honor? Renee Young, sounds about right, Corey. Corey Graves, taking a breath. God, I love NXT. We fade to ringside now. In an extremely short match, the returning Rhino defeats Tye Dillinger in 3-minute squash with a gore. Rhino has returned, debuted his Beast gimmick, and Rhino has absolutely destroyed Tye Dillinger here tonight. A video now airs hyping the 30-man Battle Royal main event with the winner becoming the NXT Heavyweight Championship #1 contender. And a match that had some good action but average heat. Bayley and Candice LeRae defeat Dana Brooke and Emma 13 minutes when the match was stopped because Emma was so badly beaten up. And by Emma, I mean Bayley. During the match, we had Nia Jax run in and attack Bayley, making her NXT debut. Corey Graves, that's Nia Jax. We've heard about her for months. We heard she was coming to NXT, Renee. It's season 3. She's finally here. Nia Jax, who had just caused a disqualification, watches as Dana Brooke and Emma look on and slowly leave the ring as Candice LeRae sprints up to Nia and gives her a big boot. Nia begins to pound on the NXT Women's Champion Bayley. Nia begins to pound on the NXT Women's Champion Bayley and picks up her limp body and dumps her out of the ring. And dumps her out of the ring next to Candice, who just rolls out after the big boot. So Nia Jax debuts here in NXT, breaking up the tag team match tonight between Bayley, Candice LeRae, Emma, and Dana. So Nia Jax has finally debuted. I was saving her for a while, and this is a great way to debut her. A music video is now shown to promote Rhino, and Rhino for the second time tonight gets a horrible rating. Next week on NXT, though, American Alpha, the NXT Tag Team Champions, are in action. Sami Zayn is walking to the ring now to be on commentary for the NXT Heavyweight Championship #1 Contenders Battle Royal. And in a match that has some good action and average heat, James Storm wins the Battle Royal in 25 minutes. The other members of the Final Four were The Miz, Finn Balor, Enzo Amore, The Miz being the final elimination. Finn Balor got the most eliminations over the course of the match, and James Storm is the new #1 contender to Sami Zayn's NXT Heavyweight Championship. After the match, as James Storm has his hand raised and is declared the winner, the #1 contender for the NXT Heavyweight Championship at NXT Takeover Shine, we will see the first ever NXT Heavyweight Champion James Storm as he gets his rematch, a shot at the man who beat him 2 years ago, Sami Zayn. We fade out on Sami Zayn raising the NXT Championship and James Storm of Southern Style looking on, because in just 3 short weeks we are going to get James Storm taking on Sami Zayn for the NXT Heavyweight Championship of the world. Alright, increase our popularity in 11 regions. Not bad. Rhino's return did not get a really big rating. Nia Jax's debuting, was great. Thanks for watching NXT The Game Season 3, Episode 7, and I will be back in a couple days with more action.